What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and we are back with another Super Boss Kizuna Clash video against Hawkins. And the two teams that you're seeing in this video, one versus Strength, the other one versus Psy, both of these teams can do 1 trillion damage without any alliance boost. The damage that you can receive in this Kizuna Clash is legitimately crazy. The introduction of this Shanks has made things really cool too. Shanks just has an amazing set of skills, and we talked about this in my Shanks showcase video, is that in normal content, I don't feel like Shanks is like... he's not all that, but in Kizuna Clash, that is where he's really going to shine, because Shanks does not have a lot of utility-focused effects. He's purely focused on doing as much damage as possible. And Shanks would not be as good as what he is if it weren't for the Zoro and Sanji dual unit. That unit is fantastic, and the synergy between versus Shanks and the versus Luffy, where Luffy is focused on Free Spirit, Shanks is focused on Slasher, and then you have Zoro and Sanji, which can transform everybody into Slasher and Free Spirit, makes a big difference. And the fact that Luffy focuses on giving you a huge conditional boost, Shanks also gives a conditional boost, and they both can synergize very, very well together. With the versus effect of both Luffy and Shanks inflicting increased damage taken and the weakness debuff. And then you also have Togi, which is something I haven't used in a long time, but Togi is really nice because it enables Shanks to get a massive attack and all boost, and then also Yamato can get a massive attack and all boost. And because of that, of the Toki effect, we can avoid the silence debuff on Yamato on the final stage, and because Toki is being used here, we don't care that she gets inflicted with that debuff at all. Yamato is great because she can give us the % damage reduction focused attack boost. We have set target status from Cross Guild, and also Cross Guild's effect is enabled here in terms of their rush, because their condition requires you to have a Shanks and a Zoro on your crew, and we're able to do that because we have versus Shanks and Zoro and Sanji. So this works so well. My rush for my Cross Guild is at level 3, so this is giving us a pretty solid amount of damage. But you guys are seeing here, we don't even get to the final tap, and we're able to do over 1 trillion damage. So just think that if you were able to attack with all 6 characters without a damage cap, this team would do well over 2 trillion plus damage. So just crazy numbers that we're seeing with this squad. And I just love the fact that we get to use Shanks in such a high level piece of content, and as well as using Cross Guild, which is probably my favorite legend that is released in 2024. And the synergy between all of these units melding together with that Zoro and Sanji special ability really makes a huge difference. And this team is probably what I'll be using throughout the rest of this Kizuna Clash moving forward. Moving on now to our secondary team. I cannot take credit for this team. Shout out to Shippo, another One Piece Treasure Cruise content creator who posted a video utilizing Legend Brook. Now, this is something that we have done in the past. This is something that I've suggested to a lot of people in the past as well, where in some of these bosses that inflict the debuff on you, where they remove your type effects, which basically means everyone hits for neutral damage, it can really hurt the amount of damage you're doing to that enemy. You know, sometimes applying double damage because you have the super effective type bonus, and then adding color affinity to that just grants you so much additional damage. And by utilizing Brook in this scenario, we can basically tank a bunch of debuffs from the opponent, activate Brook's effect to completely revive, and what that does is it will remove all of the debuffs on our side of the field, it resets our turn, and enables us to then apply all of our specials that we have been saving, and then just go absolutely bonkers crazy, including the effect of removing the negative color affinity or the neutral color affinity effect. So because we're up against a side boss, the int characters are going to be doing absurd amounts of damage here. We're going to be doing something very similar that we did in the previous team, where we can utilize the effects of both versus Shanks and versus Luffy to get the double stacking conditional boosts. We got Luffy's conditional boost and Shanks's conditional boost. We are also using a friend captain 10th anniversary Luffy, another really strong int character that has an absurdly powerful Rush Sugo special that we are going to be using. using. Yes, you could potentially use Shanks' final tap in that scenario as well, but the fact that, you know, my Shanks is only at level 1 and we could definitely fully abuse a level 5 Rush Sugo special friend probably is the way to go. You do see that throughout this clip, I am trying to stall a little bit to try and, you know, consume certain amounts of recovery and tandem slots, because if you're able to get Shanks' versus effect in this content, you just do way more damage. But having a look at seeing how much damage this team actually does, you don't necessarily need the versus effect of Shanks in order for that to actually go to go live, in order for you to hit the massive damage numbers. But, you know, it's cool if you're able to hit it, not necessarily required though. Once again, we also have versus the Oiran Yamato to get the percent damage reduction focused attack boost. We also have 10th anniversary Luffy, which grants us a significant attack bonus, base attack boost as well for the crew. And then, of course, we have Zoro and Sanji because they're just phenomenal. By the way, all you're seeing in this video with Zoro and Sanji is my one is at level 4. I don't even have it at the max level to get the highest damage potential. But at level 4 is when you get access to the better condition for the effect to actually activate. Also to note, if you actually get your Brook at level limit break expansion, so you use a key, unlock him getting to max, he'll get -1 turn of cooldown, which does enable you to actually use Brook's special, which will give you a chain addition boost, and it does allow you to get around that intimidate that the opponent applies. Not necessarily required, once again, because we do still hit the 1 trillion damage even without the Brook special. So I don't really know what's going to happen moving forward, because a lot more people, with every passing Kizuna clash, more and more people are able to achieve these 1 trillion damage thresholds, and they just keep capping it out, so you can't even go past 1 trillion damage. So I wonder what they're going to be doing moving forward, whether they increase the damage cap or something is going to be ending up changing, because currently as it stands, it is a bit of a weird scenario where you have a bunch of people that can reach this 1 trillion threshold, but you can't kind of go past that, and you still have to take a bunch of runs to actually clear these bosses. But hopefully you enjoyed this video though. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.